emakhosini. Sithemba ukuthi niyavuka abantu abadala. May we please enter, and the sooner we start the better, because I have a load shedding at 10, I think. So the sooner we start the better. Yeah. And it's very cold. It's yay, Gyabanda. Gyabanda Kaizen. Amakosin, Zanel, and the others. Hope you all are good. Hope you all are doing well. It's been an amazing weekend. We were out with other initiates. We did wonders. It was nice. It was amazing. So, you know what? Without wasting any time, so today we are going to be unpacking the Spirit of Izazi. It is very imperative for me now to, not for today, I am not a person nama lokunjana, nama Bible verses, but only for today it is important for me to read a Bible verse because of what we are about to unpack, right? So I'll be reading from the book of Amahubo 91. I think that's Psalms 91. And the title, it says, Usmakade ungumlondolozi, verse 1. Lo hlala emphemeni wophezu konke, akhosele emthunzini kaSomandla, uyothi kuSmakade, uyisiphephelo sami nenqaba yami, unguNkulunkulu wami engethembele kuyena, ngokuba nguyena oyokuhlenga ogibeni lomcuphi nasobhubhaneni, uyokusibekela ngezimpaphe zakhe, uphephele phansi kwamaphiko akhe, ukwethembeka kwakhe kuyisihlangu nogange, ayukwesaba lutho okwesabisayo ebusuku, nomcibisholo odingezayo emini, nobhubhane olahamba ebumnyameni, nesifo esibhubhisayo emini bebade. And that is Psalms 91. Emakhosini izindlondlo enkolo siyavusela kunina abantu abadala, sivusela emaqomeni nasemadwaleni omhlaba, phezulu emgedeni, phezulu entabeni zokhahlamba, phansi emgedeni kwelamathongo, sivusela kunina-ke mathongo amahle, mathongo okhanya, mathongo obungcwele, sicamagusha kunina khanya lesedi. Today we are unpacking the Spirit of Izazi. Quite very possible that it's the first time you are hearing it, Ngami, or you've heard the name somewhere, but the knowledge was not so much there. So I am here to unpack the Spirit itself, so that at least you can get an idea what are we actually talking about. I am so much hoping that the network plays on our side also. You know, one thing that I would like to tell you before we start, it's that Izazi uyazazi, but awuzazi njengezazi, but uzazi njengesithunywa. It's about to get interesting, so please open your mind so that you get to grasp every small information that you can get. So the difference between, let me differentiate Izazi and Amanguni, our forefathers. The difference between Izazi and Amanguni, our forefathers, the Nguni, the Bantu, basically, let me put it as the Bagwantu, as a conglomerate, right? Abanguni, they will be more of migrants. Yeah, let us put them as migrants. there would be more migrants, the type of migrants, the type of people who would go from one place to another. The next thing, they are from one place also to another. Not because of they are just traveling, but it's in a case of Bonada will travel because of the livestock. It needs water. The livestock, it needs fresh land. Agusana chani kuleyo ndawo leyo, then they'll start traveling. Abomkhulu bethu, they will travel because of their wars. Lapho babekhona kube khona izimpi evele iyasuka between this other tribe and this other tribe, then they will decide, let us leave. Maybe mhlambe sebaxoshiwe kuleyo ndawo leyo, then they would leave. Abomkhulu bethu, they would migrate due to sibling rival eyenzeke ekhaya ngenxa yemfuyo, or one is my father's favorite on the other, then the other one decide ukubhongoka hambe. Then that's how they would migrate. Our grandfathers, they would migrate because of chieftaincy of some sort. The other one was supposed to be the one who becomes the king, the next king or the next chief. But now there's a sibling rival that is happening there. Therefore, the one who is rightfully heir to the throne decides to run away, then the other one takes over. So there'll be migrants due to several cases like that. But for Izazi, you wouldn't put them as migrants, but you would put them as philanthropists. You'd put them as people who were studying anything that they would come across emhlabeni. People who would study herbs, African spirituality, people who would study astrology, people who would study numerology, people who would study the constellations of time, people who walk around the whole entire world studying how this other tribe live, studying the types of healing this tribe has, studying spirituality on its own. People who would follow stars, people who would follow moons, people who would know that on this particular day there's going to be this type of a moon, and these are the certain rituals that need to be performed for this and this and this and this and that to happen. Right. Lezo Izazi. And one thing that was mostly special about them, it's that majority of them, they were gatekeepers. They were gatekeepers to some certain spiritual dimensions, other realms of spiritual dimensions. And those realms would look normally to us. Just a river njengana, just a cornerstone nyana hleli lapho, or two stones that look a bit distance apart together, and you just see them as stones and all of that. But they would be the gatekeepers of that, because they know that these stones, they know what they would say there, what words they need to cast, therefore they can pass through other dimensions. Like it was magic. It was they were the keepers of indigenous knowledge of us as Africans, you know. How can one locate Izazi into a certain tribe? No, you can't. Because Izazi Esinye will come from this tribe. Izazi Esinye will come from this tribe. Izazi Esinye will come from that other tribe. Izazi Esinye will come from that other tribe. So you wouldn't put them as a certain tribe and say Izazi, they derive from this certain tribe or from this specific tribe. Let me put off a very good example of a recent example. In the Zulu tribe, we'll take Babu Credo. Babu Credo will be depicted as Izazi. Someone who traveled the whole entire Africa, someone who met aliens, someone who was adopted by aliens, someone who studied types of healing, someone who learned African spirituality throughout his entire life. you would put Babu Credo as Izazi, even though Tina we know him as a Sanusi, but you would put him as Izazi, someone who is a keeper of, or someone who is a custodian of an indigenous knowledge. Mkhono Mantsope, is it Mkhono Mantsope? The one that we often visit, her cave. I'm forgetting where is it. Is it Free State or North? I'm forgetting. You'd put her as Izazi. You know, people who were custodians or people who were keepers of an indigenous knowledge at that particular time. It's just that as time went by, as the timeline went by, some certain rituals, some certain sacred rituals were lost. And as they were lost, smallangana ones were found, smallangana ones were still kept. Smaller one was still kept sacred, and those who were descendants of this Izazi got to adapt or to get this type of knowledge, that there was once something like this or there was once something like this, but being taught by what? By their ancestors at that particular time. All right. So now I'm just giving a small history of this ancestors of Izazi, Idlozi Lezazi. In this case, we'll put it as Idlozi Lezazi before we transcend it into the spirit of Izazi. So walk with me, you'll understand where we're going here. As Idlozi Lezazi, right? Them being the keepers of knowledge and all of that. But now, in the modern day, or in our day, why we no longer tend to hear more about Izazi Makos? Why we don't hear anyone ati I am being possessed by the spirit of Izazi? What happened to them? What went down? Because how you are explaining them, this is the most powerful spirit. If these people, they can teleport, if people these people they can walk through dimensions and dimensions, realms and realms. These are most powerful people. What happened to them? Because of Amadlozi Izazi were people who were travelers. That means they were more aligned to the cosmic energy, the constellations of time, time traveling, time dimensions and all of that. That makes them people who are more universally, also traditionally, let's put them as 50-50 traditionally, 50 traditionally and 50 universally, more to the cosmic, also more to the traditional African spirituality, right? Sharp. Guys, this is not how you send stars. On that thing where you get the emojis, there's a part where you see a heart and reaction emojis. There's a part where there's stars there. That's where you buy the stars. I think you don't send them like this. Anyway, let me continue. Them being 50-50 universally and African spirituality like that. Sharp. What happens to them? Now, laba bantu laba banalo moya abahamba nawo. Lo moya on a third eye. A third eye inamandla. A third eye ekwazi ukubona la amanye ama third eye angakwazi ukubona khona. A third eye ekwaziyo ukuthi a third eye ekwazi ukuprofit ukuthi ngelanga liso at this exact time kuzobe kune moon or kuzobe kune half moon. A third eye bekwazi ukuprofit ukuthi asambe nisendaweni eso. Masifike endaweni eso ngelanga sizofika ngalo kuzobe kune moon, kuzobe kunama stars awu 3 will be able to perform this ritual. How did they know all of that? It's because they were aligned to the cosmic energy. It's because they were aligned to the constellations of time. So their third eye, their chakras were very strong. Their third eye was very strong. I understand. Basically, you could put these people as what? Baporofeta of that modern day. Abantu bekwazi ukubona, people had wisdom, understand? Ithunywa zangaleso sikhathi leso. That's where we're going, right? Sharp. Now that they have this high third eye and them being 50 universally cosmic, them being 50 African spirituality, sharp. Then now, guys, it happens that Christianity comes into the picture. Christianity is now enforced to African people, South Africans, or let me just say African people in a plural form. When now Christianity is enforced in us, now our forefathers, our grandmothers are forced to accept this thing that it's enforced to them. Lenda bafunzwa yona, right? Manje masebeyithatha beyamkela, they have to preach now the word, this thing called the word of God. They are given this book, that this is the book, this is the word of God and all of that. You have to preach this book. This is your God. This is Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, right? You have to believe in this person. This is your Savior, your Almighty. Uyena langa lakho lokulunga leli, uyena uyongena ngayo ezulwini and all of that. Our forefathers, they abandon their African ways. They leave that. They now embark into this Christianity. They now embark into this foreign religion that they don't know anything about. These people who are embarking into this foreign religion that they are embarking in are the descendants of Izazi. Basically, they possess the power. They possess the gift of Izazi. And here now, they are doing what? They are bagezi izandla, balahla amasiko wabo, balahla indlela izinto zazenzeka ngakhona. Now they are embarking in this new journey of Christianity, sharp. Now, because of idlozi lezazi, it's a type of an ancestor that is 50% universally into the cosmic energy and universally soul, and 50% into African spirituality. That means when one loses the African spiritual side of it, this ancestor doesn't die, but this ancestor is able to maneuver itself to use its other side of cosmic energy universally so. So that means it can still what? It can still operate. This ancestor can still operate. Just because when ulahla isintu nangalendlela nenziwa ngakhona amasiko and all of that, it can still operate universally so, right? Sharp. Sebayangena ke manje umkhulu bethu nogogo bethu and all of that, bangena emasontweni, masabangenile emasontweni. I want you to remember something, for those who follow my teachings and for those it's maybe probably their first time watching me live. It's something that I've always been preached ngathi isithunywa isona esathi makube nezambatho emhlabeni. All these garments that you see kula masonto lawa isithunywa esathi makube khona izambatho. Also, do you understand that aboyisemkhulu bethu mabelahla amasiko, abalahla amasiko bengena kula masonto lawa behamba nezipho ezizodwa nje, behamba nesipho esisodwa nje kuphela isipho sesazi? No. Umuntu ulahla amasiko nje unedlozi lezazi ahamba nalo, unobungoma ngaphakathi ahamba nabo, unobunyanga ngaphakathi ahamba nabo, unabalozi ahamba nabo mhlambe umuntu oyi-1 mhlambe uhamba nezipho eziyi-2 or 3 or 2 or something like that. Umuntu nomuntu uyikhombo, umuntu nomuntu uyikhombo, umuntu nomuntu uyikhombo. You understand? So now, because of lawa amanye amadlozi njengamangoni abadila ngokugida and everything like that, njengabalozi njengobunyanga abadila ngemithi and all of that, it's this type of ancestors that are more to the land. They are more to the land. 1, they are more to tradition. They are more to cultural customs. 3, so they would sort of suffocate makuza kulento entsha eyi Christianity. Bebazosuffocate because babangeke baze basebenza ngalendlela bona basebenza ngakhona, ngalendlela bona bafuna ukusebenza ngakhona. Khumbula ukuthi bona abantu abagidayo siyagida la ekhaya silapha ngomuthi, la ekhaya siyathwasa and everything like that. La ekhaya sihamba sigubha umuthi, you understand? Therefore ngendlela izinto sezenzeka ngakhona thina sisakwazi ukusebenza. We are no longer able to work. Sase idlozi lezazi, that's where it got the chance to become dominant above all the spirits, because because of this ancestor stood a chance or stands a chance to operate in this new way of living and this new archetype of Christianity that is now brought, whereas lawa manye amadlozi are failing to operate into this. So that is where this ancestor got a chance to do what? To overpower or to be dominant above all of this one. Now, because of this ancestor, idlozi lezas, it's a type of an ancestor that is knowledgeable, full of wisdom, a type of an ancestor that has traveled a whole entire world, a whole entire Africa, a whole entire continent, studying types of healing, studying constellations of time, studying teleporting into different dimensions and all of that. This ancestor has multiples of ways of how to work around things in order to make things work. Whereas these other ancestors, they are like, no, now we work like this. It's either this way or no other way. Then now this one, no, Kololega. I've traveled, I've seen, I've learned. Therefore, you listen to me. Right? Sharp. Lastly, there must be a way how we're going to work this one out. How are we going to work it out? The only way it's for us, in order for us to be able to work, we can no longer be amadlozi. We can no longer be ancestors. Because if we still remain as ancestors, we'll still be stuck to the traditional customs. We'll still be stuck to the land. We'll still be stuck to tradition and tangible things, physical things. Therefore, we have to find a way how we're going to work this one out. The only way is for us to use the universal side of us. Therefore, let us transcend and ascend to the spirit. Let us transcend, let us have a transition, and let us ascend to the spirit. Now, when they transcend, that means balahla isintu, balahla indlela bekwenziwa ngakhona emhlabeni, balahla inyawo zabo abayihambile emhlabeni. Now they are ascending to the spirit. And when they ascend to the spirit, now you no longer call them idlozi lezazi, but now it's what? It's the Spirit of Izazi. When they got to the element now, the spiritual element, the vibrations, now they are one with the cosmic energy of the universe. Now they are one with elements. Now they are one with deities, now they are one with gods and goddesses, right? When they get into that element, what happens? Bayabuya, bathi mamelani, sibanibani qala isonto, sibanibani qala isonto, sibanibani qala isonto. Bomkhulu bethu nabogogo bethu bavuka abogogo base-Ascension baqala i-Ascension, bavuka uKhoshenge naso waqala iZC, bavuka boShembe baqala uShembe, avuka amaJericho waqala iJericho, avuka amasonto baqala amasonto, baqala amasonto. Bathe mase baqala amasonto sabuya isithunya sazobuka ngaphakathi. Now labuya idlozi lezazi, I don't know call it isithunya, but labuya idlozi lezazi. Okay, the spirit of Izazi, let's call it the spirit of Izazi because now it has ascended to the spirit. The spirit of Izazi came back. When it came back, now it's looking. And then now it's on the same. A group of people have been created now. When it came back, it looked and said, Upindile is gifted, had a gift of Izazi, sharp. But Upindile unobongoma ngaphakathi, yet also Upindile is gifted ngobunyanga ngaphakathi. This one is also gifted with Izazi, but this one has also ubunyanga ngaphakathi. So this one has Izazi, and this one also she has Izazi ngaphakathi. So how are we going to work this one out? Let me see. Because of I as Izazi sakhe, I am more as the masculine energy, therefore I will present myself as the yellow color, sharp. Now because of Loyana, she also on the side, she has ubugedla, ubunyanga ahamba nabo, and kuna lamadlozi ubunyanga ahamba nabo. Let's find a way. What would represent lamadlozi ubugedla, lamadlozi ubunyanga? Now because of imithi igujwa emhlabeni and the land is green, let us choose the green color. We'll choose the green color. Therefore, let us make a combination. We combine the two, the green and the yellow. Let us combine the two. Let us create a garment that will represent all these gifts that Upindile she walks with. Then now they created a garment. When they create a garment, when the spirit of Izazi creates a garment, the garment iyabusiswa ngaphakathi kwesonto. But before the garment is ovezwa, the spirit of Izazi takes the garment, iyosipha bobani, iyosipha amadlozi akho, abanguni bakho, iyosipha amagedla wakho labo hamba nabo, iyosipha abaluzi bakho labo hamba nabo. Mawufika lo moya ufika uthini? Ufika uthi bonani, nasi sambatho. Lesi sambatho sinrepresenta nonke niphelele. Sirepresenta thina on the other side, nana amagedla niyarepresenta, niyabona? Sharp. Nasi ke. So namhlanje sesizosebenza kanje because nina yahluleka ukusebenza, thina nayi idea sizenayo. This is the idea we came with. So we're going to use this garment. This is the garment that we're going to present. Therefore, take this garment, kube yona nini nihamba noyibonisa umntana wenu. Then that's when you dream of umkhulu wakho, or you dream of ugogo wakho, you dream of anyone from your family, bringing this garment to you that nasi sambatho. It's either you dream of him as gcokile or someone as gcokile or bakubonisa sona or bakunikeza sona, then they give you this garment, that this is the garment we're giving you. But they're giving you this garment with the authority of the spirit of Izazi. They are giving this garment because they've approved it, because they know that this garment, it represents them. They are also part and parcel of this garment. Now, so far, now you are wearing the garment, everything like that. Remember that just because you have this garment, never forget that you have the gift. You have to work. Now, because of, by the nature, Izazi in their origin, were people who have a very strong third eye. Were people who could see things far, far from a distance. Were people who could see sacred things. they will be able to tell you, to send messages to you telepathically via dreams. And now it's a spirit that is roaming around. Therefore, they'll be able to tell you messages. They'll be able to pass messages to you as uphindile ufake isambatho sakho esontweni kuculwa kumnandi that ye yephindile umabuthelezi uyagula, umabuthelezi uphethwe izinyawo. Remember that the very same spirit was once an ancestor that walked the land, an ancestor that knows ukuthi uma uthatha amanzi kuphika uphi wahlanganisa, uma uthatha ini uyikhulekela umuntu uyakwazi ukumnikeza aphile. The spirit will therefore tell you that umabuthelezi uyagula uphethwe izinyawo, umnikeze amanzi, thatha nawo amanzi wakhulekele, umnikeze wona phuze khona azokwazi ukuphola. Immediately when uma ufika kanjalo, umoya kuhlangahlanganisa esontweni, uma kuhlanganisa umoya esontweni, wena unesho ukuthi uvuka umoya, uma uvuka umoya uthini, umoya uthi nawe awazi ukuthi lento ekhuluma but so yazi uthi nje umoya uthi, because you are receiving a message from the cosmics, and the message ithini, ithi umabuthelezi uyagula, ithi imessage ithini, ithi thatha amanzi ukhulekela amanzi unikeze umabuthelezi. Eventually, because of now and again, you keep on receiving messages, and the more you receive messages, the more uphethela abantu le indlela lezi abantu bayaphola. You are now trusted la esontweni, because what you say, it comes true, and what you do, people get healed. Therefore, you are trusted when la esontweni. And as you are trusted, and as you are trusted like esontweni, basically we're now depicting, basically we are now comparing, or no, we're not comparing you, but we are metaphorically sikufanisa ne messenger kaNkulunkulu, sikufanisa ne messenger yomoya engcwele. Igama lithi messenger silidobha bo ingeloso uGabriela, angel Gabriela from eBhayibhelini, who would come as the messenger of God, that God says this. So just because God we depict as the Holy Spirit, nawe ungeno umoya engcwele, that means uyini, uyisithunywa sikaNkulunkulu. That's how the name came by. Because why? You were the messenger. Uyisithunywa, uthunywe yini? Uthunywe umoya engcwele ukuthi uzokwenzani, uzotshela thina ukuthini, ukuthi umabuthelezi uyagula, umabuthelezi mele akhulekele amanzi, umabuthelezi akwazi ukulapheka. That's how the name Isithunywa came in. So basically, when we are referring to someone as Isithunywa, we are not referring to the spirit. We are referring to the person. You are referring to Sizwe, me. I am Isithunywa. How to ufula ka boprofeta? Boprofeta, it's not a gift. It's what I do. Ka profeta. Do you get me? Like, do I make sense? Are you still here? Do you get me? Are you walking with me in this journey? So, totally. Unalebo profeta, umuprofeta, profeta, it's what I do. Ka profeta. That's what I do. And since kilo profeta, what am I? Ngisithunywa. Ngithunywe umoya engcwele, ngenzani ka profeta. But what am I gifted with? I am gifted with Izazi. It's like telling someone that uyisangoma. It's like telling it's like someone uyisangoma. Isangoma uyisangoma, you uyisangoma. Uphiwe ngani, uphiwe ngobungoma. Uphiwe ngani, uphiwe ngobunyanga. Understand? Uyisangoma, uwe nisangoma. But uholwa ngobani? Who gifted you? Abanguni bakho. I don't know if I'm making sense. So that's how the name Isithunywa it came by. But the original sorceress of the spirit itself that we now know as Isithunywa, Izazi. Now, in a case, I don't want to go there. We're going very far. But there's something that I want to pass. Should I pass it now? Okay. Now that the spirit has ascended, and the spirit now it's roaming around the church, saying about prophet. Let's put them as a prophet now. Now that we know what happens to them, now that we know who are they, now that we know who they work with, we now put them as a prophet, corner, Imbangela, and all of that. One thing that I am going to introduce to you, or one thing that I'm going to tell you, is that amongst the thoughts amabhayi wonke engiwaziyo akhona engangawabona, there is only one cloth that I know that it represents Izazi in a full definition. It's only one cloth that I know. The rest of them I don't know, but it's only one that I know. And which one is that one? It's this one. Imbangela. It's this cloth. According to my knowledge, that is the only cloth that I know that it represents Izazi. How so, Makos? Imbangela or Igenefowl. It's a very humble animal. At the very same time, Imbangela, it's gray, right, in color, and Imbangela, it has those gray dots on it in their whole body, in its whole body, right? Now, according to the spirit, or why do I say this is the only thought that I know that it represents Izazi? Imbangela is one of the most clever animals. It's very wisdom, but besides that, they used Imbangela as an animal that represents their origin, where they come from, because Imbangela I fly emoyeni, but instead Imbangela ihamba emhlabeni, inyathela phezu komhlaba. So since bona, they are now universally, they no longer touch on the land. When they introduce themselves to you as someone who walk emhlabeni, they will have to find something that walks emhlabeni njengawe, so that you will understand, or so that you will connect to them very simply. Therefore, Imbangela will be that type of an animal that they will choose. Besides that, Izazi, remember that it's that type of an ancestor that had a quantum or a storage of wisdom, a storage of indigenous knowledge and sacred rituals and sacred traditional customs and all of that and all of that. But in each and every knowledge Izazi would gain, Izazi would gain as a knowledge, they will also gain a badge that congratulations, you've gained this knowledge, here's your badge. In each and every knowledge they gain, congratulations, you've gained this knowledge, here's your badge. So Imbangela, as you see it, the gray spots on it, they act like the badges of wisdom, that in each and every knowledge Izazi would get, they would gain a badge in each and every knowledge. So the gray spots, they define the badges of wisdom. As many as they are, it's as many as the quantum of knowledge that particular ancestor of Izazi contains. today you're not so much interacting with me. I'm just wondering if you're still there, guys. Ngicela nje at least mhlambe ningiboniseni ukuthi sikhona makhosi. Niyangithusa. I feel like I'm speaking alone. Anyway, so this is the only cloth that I know in Lazuguti. This one, it's the one that represents us as in their original form, basically. When I mean their original form, I pick their land form, basically. Before they ascend to the spirit, before cosmics and all of that. Now that we have ascended to the spirit, now that we have gotten sesiphakathi emasontweni ke manje, right? Remember that Christianity it's now infiltrated in us, it's now enforced to us. Sesiphakathi emasontweni ke manje sizena amadlozi wethu. Sizena amadlozi wethu abenguni, sizena amadlozi wethu amagedla, sizena abo bonke. Even though abanye basasihlupha ngaphakathi esontweni because bona akusiyo nendlela abasebenza ngayo lena, you understand? But now because of lesithunywa, we call it isithunywa, right? Because of lesithunywa esinaso nakho, we are here. We don't have a choice. Now the Spirit of Izazi, what would it do? What would it do? It will decide. It decided, let me not say it will decide, it decided that the very same Christianity they are giving us as a weapon that is supposed to destroy us. Abasazi kahle labantu laba. They don't know who we are. Let us use the very same weapon to our advantage. Let us use the very same weapon to still be able to practice African spirituality, even though they are not aware that we're actually doing that. How so? Now, indaba izoqala kuphi? Izoqala eBhayibhelini. We take the very same Bible that they gave us, we read it, and then we use it in our own advantage. Then now, the Spirit of Izazi, it checked that in this whole scripture, who is the main character here? So there is this amongst every character that we keep on coming across in this book, every character that is introduced to us in this book. But there is this main character that they keep on embracing. And this main character, it's this guy called Jesus Christ. Now let us learn the story of this guy. They learned from the beginning to the end of it, and they say, okay, no, that's okay. We'll work this one out in our own way. Can I just put this tea down there? It's cold now, my tea is cold. Sharp. Indaba iqala phi? Indaba izoqala ekuzalweni kukaJesu Kristu. The birth of Jesus Christ. uJesu uzalela kuphi? Uzalelwa esitebeleni samahashi. La kwakhona ngisho khona nezimvu, mhlambe nezimbuzi zayikhona. But kwakhona nezimvu and all of that. But kwakuyisesitebeleni samahashi. A place nje mhlambe ngathi ngisesibayeni, I'll put it like that. Kufika the three wise men. Kufika izazi zasempumalanga. Zifika zilandele inkanyezi. Ezibone inyanga ngenyanga ikhanyisa ngala ikhanyisa ngakhona. They knew ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani. It takes me back, guys, to what I was just explaining to you. That these people, they knew that ngelanga so kuzobe kukhona into eso ngelanga so. Thina nje masihambe nsiye lapho. Let us go there. So they followed the star to where it was going. And exactly at that location, exactly at that day, exactly at that time, Jesus Christ was born, the Son of God. Yakhanyisa inkanyezi, yakhanyisela umhlaba, ibona ilanga lokulunga lizalwa emhlabeni. Bafika bazobingelela enkosini, bazobingelela kumsindisi wabo, babingelela baletha izipho zegolide nezesiliva, bafike bazoyibeka phambi kwaso bathi sizoletha nakho ukuhle. Now listen to me. Angithi Izazi, it said we're going to use the very same thing that they taught us in our own advantage. This is you uhlushwa umoya esontweni. Uyangizwa? This is you. Ungawankudla. This is you uthonyaka imoya kukerekeni and all of that. Uhlushwa, it's the spirit of Izazi that is bothering you, which you call it Seporofito, which you call it Istunya to you. But now, when Jesus Christ is born, uzalela estebeleni, a place that is flat, a place that is full of uchani, a place that has horses and animals probably. And then here they are bringing gifts and all of that. And then the star of the world is born here, the light of the world, it's born here. Basically, istebele samahashi, what would it be? Istebele samahashi, it will be ihlani, a veld, a place that is a veld, ihlani liphelele. And then Jesus Christ himself will be the gift that is within you, the light that is within you, the gift that is within you, because the world was gifted ngaye. Therefore Jesus Christ will be the gift that is in you. The star esakhanyisa ngokukhanya emhlabeni, that will be you nesiphika sakho esimhlophe, ehlane ukhuleka, ucela ini, ucela ukuhlambulelwa phezu kwesithunywa sakho ukuze usi-understand ukuthi singubani. Lesi sithunywa singubani? SinguJesu Kristu ongaphakathi kuwena ophilayo, so that umekhula akhule azibonakalise ukuthi ungubani. But right at this moment usafake isiphika sakhe esimhlophe, because lesi sipho siyingane esiqeda kuzalwa ngaphakathi kuwena, awukakasazi ukuthi sisebenza kanjani. You don't know how it works. Awusazi nangokuthi singubani, usafuna ukusazi. Uzophaphatha kusona, uzocela kusona ukuthi ngicela uyichaze, ngicela uyihlambulule, ngicela uyibonakalise ukuthi who are you and what are you here for. Ngoba lo Jesu ngaphakathi kuwena uyena lengane ngaphakathi kuwena, uyena lesipho esingaphakathi kuwena. But wena ucela ngani? Ucela ngeladi. Uzocela ngeladi, ulethe ini? Ulethe izipho esithunweni sakho. And izipho nazo Izazi zenzani? Zaletha izipho. Mazifika zithola isithunywa, zibona ilanga lokulunga lizalwa, zafika zaletha ini? Zaletha izipho. Khatamera bareke ngaspedi gilibichi what but izipho zediamond nesiliva, zafike zaletha izipho zediamond. Basically zafike zenzani? Zafike zandlala iladi lezipho phambi kwesithunywa sazo. So nawe uzophaphatha kulesi sithunywa esizelwe ngaphakathi kuwena, uzophaphatha, uzocela ukuthi sikutshele ukuthi singubani. Uphaphatha ucela ngani? Ucela ngezipho, ucela ngeladi. Uphi? Ehlane. Umbetheni isiphika sakhe esimhlophe, uzama ukukhanyiselwa ngalesi sipho uhamba naso. Uyazalwa, siyazalwa naso. Remember what I said. I said they decided to use the very same book, but in order for it to work for them in their own advantage. Sharp. Lesi sipho esize emhlabeni singuJesu Kristu siyasibona siyakhula. Sikhula ubaba waso akayena lo mzalayo, but ubaba waso nguJosepha noMaria. And most of the time uJesu wayengaphili ekhaya. Kwakuyingane nje ehlezi ihlamba ilahleke, ihamba ilahleke, iphila everywhere, iphila nabantu and everything like that. But when I get to the fact ukuthi uJoseph akamzali uJesu Kristu, basically uJesu was fatherless emhlabeni. And trust me when I tell you that the majority of Prophetic, they have a very distant relationship with their fathers, or they don't know their fathers. Something like that. Omazi babaka akazwana nomndeni wakhe babakhe, but uyazwana nobabakhe. Anyway, it's fine. We're out there. Siyakhula lesi sipho siyasibona emhlabeni, it's growing sharp. Then comes a time whereby uJesu uyabhabhadiswa. Ubhabhadiswa ngubani? Ubhabhadiswa nguJohana. One thing I think, if I remember very well, if my Bible tells me correctly, uJesu noJohana babecishe balingane. They were months apart because ngathi uMaria wazala kuqala, uElizabeth walandela ngemuva, if I'm not mistaken. But babecishe balingane, babecishe babe izintanga. Uyabhabhadisa uJohana umbhabhadise umfake emanzini. Membhabhadise emfake emanzini, esephuma kufika ijuba lidlula phezulu, lindlula nezwi, izwi lithi loyo uyindodana yami ophilayo. Liyafika izwi lithini lithi loyo uyindodana yami ephilayo. So now lana sithola ini? Sithola umuntu onezazi zasemanzini. La sithola umuntu onesithunya sasemanzini, isithunya sisebenza ngomanzi, ngoba nasi siyabhabhadisa lesi sithunya. But lesithunya asisebenzi sodwa, ngoba lesithunya masiphakama siphuma emanzini, sikhuphuka nezwi, izwi lani labalozi, abalozi abeza ngani, abeza ngejuba. Ijuba lifike ethini lithi loyo uyindodana yami. So nanakhona futhi masingathi ebheka le ndaba le, angeke sithi emanzini kukhona isithunywa. Kahle kahle emanzini kukhona umndawo. Ngoba nasi isithunywa siyasibona siyabhabhadiswa. Isithunywa nasi simhlophe singuJesu. Nasi siyasibona siyabhabhadiswa. Singena emanzini siyohlangana nomndawo waso. Mase ihlangane bobabili bakhuphuka, baphuma nabalozi. Nomlozi uyaphuma uyafakaza, naye uzofakaza ukuthi nami ngikhona, nami ngiyabalwa. Si3 wena njengesithunywa, mina njengomndawo wakho wasemanzini, mina njengomlozi. Uzofakaza na umlozi uthi hello babes, I'm here, I'm also here. Bahlangana ke bawu3, siyabona uyabhabhadisa uJesu Kristu ngempela kuba mnandi and everything like that. Yaqhubeka le ndoda, yaqhubeka le ndoda, iyakhula, yaqhubeka le ndoda yenza imanga. Yaqhubeka le ndoda iyazibonakalisa ukuthi phezulu kwalomndawo ewulanda emanzini, naphezulu kwakhe njengoba eyisithunywa, naphezulu kwalomlozi ahamba nawo, kusekhona ezinye zezipho futhi anazo. ngoba uthi umehlangana nempumputhe yaseJericho uBartimaeus uthatha umhlabathi phansi ukhafula amathi uyawuhlanganisa umgcobisa ebusweni uthi vula amehlo bheke uBartimaeus ubona amehlo awengaboni asebona lento dumayithatha umhlabathi uhlanganisa namathi basically yenzani ithatha ubugedla bayo emhlabeni ibhlanganisa nomndawo wayo amathi wakhe ukhuluma ilizwi elingumlozi uthi makaphole uBartimaeus ubona amehlo wayengaboni asebona yaqhubeka le ndoda seyibona ngempela emhlabeni iyahamba igilima ngekhulekela abantu iqala isonto njengesithunywa iqala isonto yashumayela emabandleni ihamba nabafundi bayo ithola iqembu layo ihamba nabafundi bayo abafundi abafike bengama patient kuyona kahle kahle le ndoda siyibona ikhuphukele entabeni iyokhuleka 40 days 40 nights ifasta ikhuluma noNkulunkulu wayo ngiyabuya lapho sithi sisagade lapho le ndoda siyibona ibethraywa uJudas Iscariot iyabanjwa yashaywa yahlukunyezwa le ndoda siyibona ikhuphuka kwelokugcina isikhuphukela entabeni yaseCalvary mayifika entabeni yaseCalvary iyabethelwa mayibethelwa entabeni yaseCalvary yonke imimoya eyayiphila emzimbeni wakhe namhlanje ifakaza entabeni yaseCalvary ukuthi sasikhona nathi izofakaza ukuthi nathi sasikhona nathi siphilile naye but in this case izinto ziyajika izinto bezifana beziza kahle masiphansi emanzini because nasemanzini ungasho ukuthi amanzi ayisona isithunywa nasemanzini ungasho ukuthi umndawo ukhona usengasho because sikhuphukela entabeni yaseCalvary isibethelwa le ndoda sibona ilanga libheka umhlaba libheka entabeni yaseCalvary ilanga uma libuka entabeni yaseCalvary lithi ilanga ngibabonile bonke bebethelwa entabeni yaseCalvary kodwa angikaze ngilibone ihlazo elinjena lo obethelwayo namhlanje uyanalizwi lo obethelwa namhlanje entabeni yaseCalvary wayekhona umhlaba ungakabibikho lithi ilanga lo obethelwa entabeni yaseCalvary ngezangaye ngikhona namhlanje ingenxa yakhe lithi ilanga angeke ngikwazi ukukhanyisela umhlaba mangifihla ihlazo elenzakala emhlabeni ngoba angeke ngikwazi ukufakazela angeke ngikwazi ukukhanyisela umhlaba ngoba yihlazo yichilo lento eyenzeke emhlabeni therefore let me hide my light lacisha ilanga ukhanyisela umhlaba lathi manje ngawukhanyisela ngomhlaba isosha lakwaJuda lathi mali emhlaba enxebeni aphuma amanguni wakhe athela umhlaba laphuma igazi lathela umhlaba lafakaza phezulu komhlaba uthi ngempela ufikile uzelwe phezulu kwawo igazi maliphuma saphuma isithunywa ngamanzi safika sathela straight phezulu kwelihlo lesosha lokwaJuda elaliselilwe izimpi ngezimpi, athi amanzi mawethela phezu kwelihlo, lathi isosha lakwaJuda lisula amehlo, labona isela lengaboni libona. Isithunywa sasenzani lapho? Sasizibonakalisa ukuthi I am the third eye. In order for the third eye to open, you have to come to me. That is why ngisho noma ngathiwa bathi uyasikhuphula isithunywa sakho uyaphansi entabeni, uyaphezulu kuphi, uyakuphi, ekugcineni kumele wehlele ngasempophomeni emanzini. Yilapho isipho sakho siyovuleka khona. Because kwafakazwa, amanzi afakaza entabeni yaseCalvary ukuthi imina iliso elibonayo. Sibona ubugedla bakhe bufakaza ngoba wabuthatha phansi emhlabeni, wakuhlanganisa nomndawo wakhe, wakhulumizwa kuhlanganisa nomndawo wakhe, wakhulumizwi wathi bathawe makabone. Sibona nokugedla bufakaza, but bufakaza after umndawo usufakazile. Ngoba umeqale memeze ethi Eloyi lamasabakathane, baba wami ungishiyeleni, uyafakaza umndawo wakhe, umoya wakhe usuyaphuma, umhlaba ubamnyama. Ubugedla bakhe bafakaza emhlabeni, bafakaza ubugedla bakhe emhlabeni, amadwala ahle agcina uqhekeza uAaron noJoshua ahluleke ukuyibamba esibumbini sawo, aqhekeka. Waqhekeka umhlaba nawo ufakaza ukuthi ngempela nathi besikhona. We were here. We saw it. But now, I'm just telling you this story because you know it. That's not the way I'm going. Osehlane ukhuleka ngesiphike esimhlophe ngoba isipho siyazalwa singuJesu Kristu. Ubekiladi uncinga phezu kwesithunywa sakhe. Osekubhabhadisweni kwasemanzini uzocela amandla, uzobusiswa, uyabusisa. Ngoba umengena ngasemanzini ezobhabhadiswa, lo ongasemanzini ukhuphuka nani? Ukhuphuka nejazi le-blue and white. Ukhuphuka nejazi lithi mina ngasemanzini ngumndawo wasemanzini, I am the royal blue. Ukhuphuka nejazi lithi I am the white, I am isithulwa. Ukhuphuka nejazi futhi ethi I am the white, I am umlosi, I am the white dove. Ngiyakhuluma nami ngikhona. So olaphana emanzini ukhuphuka nani? Ukhuphuka nejazi eli-blue and white. Ukhuphuka nejazi maybe probably nama-stars. Because lesi sithunywa singuJesu sathi umazalwa yaba khona inkanyezi yakhanyisa phezu komhlaba, therefore azoba khona ama-stars. Lesi sithunywa futhi esinguJesu Kristu sabethelwe entabeni yaseCalvary, therefore icross izoba khona emhlophe, probably. But ijazi lakho linjani? Li-blue and white. Ngoba lingasasemanzini. Ekubhabhadisweni kwakhe, ekuthatheni kwakhe amandla kabusha. What does this say about you as someone who is gifted with ijazi eli-white? That means izazi wena unazo izazi zakuphi izazi zasempumalanga. When you see the stars in your garments, basically unezazi zasempumalanga. But for the fact ukuthi the cross it's there, and the cross, it depends whether the cross it's standing upright or the cross is down. But if the cross is upright, the cross it's an oath yokuthi uyafunga ukuthi ngempela lesi sipho uyasithatha singesakho and uzosebenzisa ngokhanya nangobumhlophe nangobungcwele. And if the cross is standing down, it's a resurrection of Jesus Christ. Therefore, what does it say? It means whoever whoever is passing down this gift to you, it's someone who didn't run away from the gift, but that person used the gift for a certain period of time. Washona isebenzisa isipho sakhe maqeda namhlanje uyavuka uzivuka usinikeza wena. That means uthini kwena? Uthi you don't have to go through what I went through, just take la ngikhona la ngigcine khona uqhubeke. That is why the cross ibheke phansi uthi akudingeki ukuthi uye kuphi uye entabeni yaseCalvary, akudingeki ukuthi uye ebunzimeni engibhekane nabo mina. There is no need for you to be crucified. That is why the cross ingabhekanga phezulu. There is no need for you to be crucified. There is no need for you to face all the challenges that I faced. There is no need for you ukuthi uqalele phansi uvule isithunya sakho. There is no need for you ukuthi uqale ngo-white phansi, but you have to start where you have to continue where I ended. I went through that. I went through all of that. I did that for you. Therefore, wena qala la ngigcine khona, then you continue. Siyayibona indoda ikhuphuka iye entabeni yaseCalvary yokhuleka for 40 days, for 40 nights. Basically wayekwenza lapha uyophakamisa umndawo wakhe. Bekayophakamisa umndawo wakhe, bekayophakamisa ubugedla bakhe. That's why he was fasting, so that he can communicate to the high self spirit. Basically nakona futhi ungathi beka angeke uzuthi bekaphakamisa umndawo wakhe. No, I'm lying. Bekangaphakamisa umndawo, bekaphakamisa isithunya sakhe, because he went there to fast eyokhuluma noNkulunkulu wakhe. Basically he was there to talk to the high self, isithunya esinguyise, esingubaba wakhe. That means osentabeni yaseCalvary, osentabeni lapho ekhuleka khona uphiwa ngani, uphiwa ngejazi lani lika green. The masculine energy enguyise, engubaba wakhe le akhuluma naye will come as what? Will come as the yellow. That means it will be what? The green and yellow. It can come as the green and yellow, or it can come as the green and white. The green lokho kusho ukuthini? Uyinyanga, uyigedla. Sisentabeni la uzogubha imithi wena kahle kahle. As far as uzokhuleka ukuthi ukwazi ukconnecta ne-intuition yakho. Uthi uma uphuma lana ubugedla bakho bukwazi ukconnecta, bukutshela ukuthi lo yamuthi wenzani, bukutshela ukuthi umuthi lo yana, bese sithunya sakho siyakutshela ukuthi wenzani lo yamuthi. Lo yamuthi ulaphani. Izazi zakho angithi zahamba zawunyathela lo mhlaba lona, ziyawazi. So yizona ezizokutshela ukuthi no, don't worry, I know that herb. Leyo muthi wenza 1 no 2 no 3 no 4. So you are here uzophakamisa leli jazi laka green and white, uzophakamisa leli jazi laka green and yellow, or uzophakamisa leli jazi laka yellow, or uzophakamisa leli jazi laka white nesiphambano esiyellow. Very interesting, ne? Yeah. Siyayibona indoda iyakhuphuka, isibitheyilwe, ikhuphukele entabeni yaseCalvary. Mayifika entabeni yaseCalvary yabethelwa. Still entabeni yaseCalvary ijazi le green and yellow siyalithola. Kusentabeni lana amanzi akhona, kusentabeni lana imithi khona. Still uyellow siyamthola ngoba indodana lehleli lana. This is the masculine energy. Uyena sithunya sethu, uyena yellow wethu lona. Yena Jesu qobo lwakho, yena yellow wethu lona. Still masisentabeni yaseCalvary, ijazi eli-red and yellow siyalithola. Laphala igazi, maliphala igazi liphala emhlabeni. Likhishwa yini? Likhishwa yisocha lababani lakwaJuda enxebeni. Therefore kusho ukuthi lona onejazi eli-red and white unamabutho. Amabutho eza ngalo red ngoba nali isocha lakwaJuda lenzeni lilikhiphile igazi. But leli gazi liphuma kuphi? Liphuma kundodana. Indodana yini? Eyisithunya sethu. Indodana, because it's a masculine energy, indodana izozangani? Izoza ngoyilo wakhe. Kuba ubani? Kubo red and yellow. Still futhi kungenza kubo red and white. kungenzeka futhi kube green and white, kube khona isiphambano singaba mhlophe, kuyodepend ukuthi uma semhlophe kuphakeme isithunywa kakhulu kusona. That means isithunywa sakho siphakeme makememeza athi Eliya lamasabakathane, then saqhuma saphakama. Makube isiphambano sakho si-red, that means amabutho wakho iwona adominant kakhulu. That means ubugedla bakho phamba nobunyanga bakho bunokuthwala ngaphakathi emndenini wakini. Interesting, ne? Ngoba siyayibona phela indoda lapha neCalvary. And umhlaba uma ucishe makuba mnyama emhlabeni, there is no way yokuthi kulobo busuku lobo uMaria noJosepha sebemehlisa phezulu kwesiphambano. Ama-moon, i-moon yayingekho, ama-stars wayengekho. Definitely azoba khona. But because inelile tsatsi lamalakia, inelile tsatsi lebuhloko, the moon will be red or the moon will be white. If the moon is red, it's more of it acknowledges the sadness, it acknowledges umhlaba ubuhlungu umhlaba obhekane nabo. But if the moon is white, it acknowledges ukuthi kufeziwe, zihlanziwe izono, kufeziwe, sakuphelele. Siyayibona indoda esishonile, nabo beyithatha beyisa kuphi, beyifaka ethuneni. After 3 days, Josepha noMaria nabafowabo bayahamba bayethuneni. Babafika ethuneni bazofuna uJesu Kristu abamshiyelana. Iyabuza ingelosi ithini, mfunelani ophilayo kwabafileyo? Bayazibuza ukuthi mabethi ophilayo simfunela ophilayo kwabafileyo kusho ukuthini? Manje njengoba silaphana ethuneni ingelosi ithi simfunelani ophilayo kwabafileyo. What will happen here makhosi? La kusethuneni, kusemhlabeni, but lo esimfunayo akasekho lana. That means uyaphila but uvukile phezulu kwethuna. Isambatho esizophuma la, it's not a jeweled garment, but it's going to be a one color garment. That means singaba green oyi-1, singaba red oyi-1, singaba yellow oyi-1, singaba white oyi-1. But ama symbols azoba khona phansi kwale sambatho lesi, you'll find ukuthi mhlambe kune cross ende emaphakathini, ende nje, so a bigger cross like this. But then kube khona ama cross amancane, like the smaller crosses that you'll find. Abe maningi nje, you'll find smaller ngana crosses, mhlambe amanye wathole somewhere here. Kube khona ama smaller ngana white crosses or something like that. These smaller ngana crosses wabonayo amathuna lawa, amathuna wabantu uJesu mhla evuka ekufeni wavuka nabo eJerusalem. That means umuntu ophiwa leso sambatho leso umuntu ozoqhaqha isibopho esisemndenini sokufa kwabantu. Umuntu and abantu bakhona, it's people who die ngento ngazathi it's a natural death, kanti it's not, but it's something eyayenziwe ngesandla somuntu. That is abantu befa belandelana okuba ikhona izingozi ekhaya, abantu bavele bagule bashona. Kungabikho into yakhona njenga understanding, but it continues, it happens. That means whoever is gifted with that garment, it's there to break that generational curse. aphinde futhi azonqamula azoletha ukuthula emndenini, because it's the green color, therefore uzoletha ukuthula emndenini. A person who is gifted with that garment. What am I missing? What am I missing? So that's how Izazi they used the Bible to their advantage. After what I've explained to you, do you now understand when we say unesambhatho esikrinenelo, that means unesambhatho saseZion. Masithi unesambhatho saseZion, we don't mean necessarily as Zion, but we say unesambhatho saseZion because iZion, it's mostly known as entabeni, tabeni yasiyoni. That means isambhatho sakhe sasentabeni, sisebenza entabeni, amandla waso asentabeni. Masithi une-blue and white unesambhatho saseSt John. iSt John litha la kereke yaSt John ke litha laSediba. Therefore isambhatho sakho singesasemanzini, sisebenza emanzini. Do you now get it? When you hear people saying no koko wena, another thing foot, the location of isithunywa, it's the location of amathuna wezazi. When you hear people saying unesithunywa sasentabeni, you must know ukuthi izazi zakho zisentabeni, amathuna wabasentabeni. Some of the symbols get their own end kuma stars nama moon nan. I've once seen a symbol here. I'm forgetting what's the name of this thing. That thing, but that one is very common to us. It's just that that decide to use it only. Yona yodwa phela. I'm forgetting what's this. What's the name of this thing? Oh, yabona a ship escape masizofika nje sesima. The captain or whoever uyayikhipha lento lena ayilahlele phansi. Ivele iye phansi bese sivele stop esime. I'm forgetting what's the name of that thing, but that symbol nje, it's something like this. It's a sign of amadlozi aphuma ngaphandle. It's a sign of an ancestor that is foreign, an ancestor that is a traveler. That means isithunywa sani, isithunywa sendlela. That means whoever, an anchor. Yes, thank you, Coco. It's isithunywa sendlela. It's someone. It's a type of isithunywa that works as an intuition. It works as an intuition. It tells you things. Usahamba nje uside drivers vele sithi ungashayi straight, thathu left asamba. Shona ngapha. Ziyabuya le. It's those type of ithunywa sebenza kanjalo. I had a lot that was in my mind, and I'm just hoping that I'm not forgetting anything, because I want to end the live now and I'll pass. Jesus will hamper in no time. I hope I did justice, guys, to this topic. I hope I did justice. The story doesn't only limit itself to Jesus Christ. Our garments, they can take any story in the Bible. Last 2 months back, I think I was being summoned in I came across Lumkulwana. I don't know, I think. I came across the kettle jazz red and white. It was somewhere red, but the white was dominant. And then at the back, it didn't have any stars or any moon or any cross or whatever. But it had a snake, a red snake. Immediately when I saw the snake, Moses layer. Oh, what do you see? The red? Do you see the white? What? Okay. Now the red will be Moses crossing the blood river. the white will be uMoses ekhulula abantwana baka-Israel eGibhithe, bringing them to the light. That's why it's the red and white. Induku kaMoses leya ngathi, oh, what yes. But it makes sense. What that means, whoever omnikeze lela jazi lelana, the duty of Nox, please inbox Miss Lobo. Ngicela uphendule inbox Sithando on WhatsApp. Whoever that is given lelo jazi lelo, njoba amuphe lelo jazi lelo, that means it's a ijazi lo qhaqha amafindo emndenini. It's a type of ijazi lo khulula umndeni from some certain curses, the family and all of that. Washo futhi umkhulu wathi ugogo wathi yabona njoba inyoka yakhe ired nje kanje, wathi you remember ngenkathi uMoses nabantwana baka Israel badliwa izinyoka ehlanu, then God said mabakhe umfanekiso wenyoka, wonke umuntu uyokholela uyobheka wona, inyoka angeke zezimudle lapha phansi. Wathi yes, but now because of its red, it's more of idlozi lakhona lithi mabakholelwe egazini lemvana. Now, igazi lemvana, it won't be necessary as igazi lemvana. Igazi lemvana will be more of the blood. Ironically, you think that they represent, they actually mean the blood, but the blood will be the bloodline ancestors. Amadlozi asekhaya laba bazalwa bona. What does this say? It says ukuthi lo mndeni awukhululayo, ukhulula akawukhululi kumaketanga ukuthi bokhona ubuthakathi, but uwakhulule emaketangeni ukuthi basuke bangena kakhulu emasontweni, balahla usiko lwakubo, balahla izinto, their traditional customs and all of that. Therefore, whoever lo onikezwe le jazi, wena njengoba unikezwe leli jazi leli, uzoba qhaqa, basically you are returning them back to their traditional roots. You are returning back to where they are, where they come from. And the possibilities ukuthi njengoba aphiwe leli jazi leli elinenyoka ngemuva, idlozi makube umuntu othwasayo, makube yathwasa idlozi elizofika again, it will be those type of ancestors who have isolation names. Aboma example, aboma Philippine, aboma hlala entabeni, it will be those ancestors who have isolation names. Why? uMoses kwakumuntu oyehlala entabeni alusiza imvu. Therefore, even that ancestor might call itself umahlala entabeni. That ancestor might call itself umafelempini. uMoses wacishe wafa, kodwa uma wakhe wakwazi ukumbalekisa because of kwakhona izipho ezazenzakala endlini, ezazenzakala ekhaya. Even ngisho noma ebaleka kwaIsrael, wabalekela ngoba kwakhona impi, wayewonile abulala umuntu ngaphakathi, then he had to run away. So chances that not even that ancestor will call itself with those isolation names like that are very much high. Going back to nimfunelani ophilayo kwabafileyo. Okay, let's get that with that on Angsana status name. But then yeah, it will be something like that. How the garments are created, how Istunia created the garments and all of that. Hopefully we can do part 2 and the types of healing Izazi they use. Because when you'll come to me and then you'll tell me, the thing engifuthi engicasulayo, I don't know if but people will watch these YouTube videos and will watch all these TikTok videos, then they'll come back and say, yo, you know, Makosi, I wanna uplift I wanna awaken my chakras, I wanna balance my chakras and awaken my kundalini. Yes, girl. Yes. So I've learned on that YouTube video that I have to find a very good space and meditate, try to find my inner self and try to be in a quiet space, and therefore my chakras will balance. I want to try that for 7 days or something, but I don't see it working and all of that. Why? It's because when you babes, Tata candles, 7 candles stand lapaya. Izazi, they know this. They've done it before. They are familiar with it. Tata candle stand, 7 candle stand. Tata itswaile hof surround the 7 candle stand yakho. Protect the energy amakhandlela wakho. Uthatha ikhandlela red ulifake laphaya. Ukhuleke ngalo for 1 day. The next day uthatha ikhandlela orange ulifake laphana. After 3 days uthatha ikhandlela yellow ulifake laphayana ukhuleke ngalo. After another 3 days uthatha ikhandlela green ulifake laphayana. After another 3 days uthatha ikhandlela blue ulifake laphayana. After another 3 days uthatha ikhandlela white ulifake laphayana. After another 3 days uthatha ikhandlela purple ulifake laphayana. Iphelele i7 candle stand yakho. Bese uyangitshela ukuthi after leyo nyanga leyo seyiphelile angeke azaphakame yini lawo machakra wakho. After 3 days after 3 days ulokwa add ufake le khandlela. After 3 days ufake le khandlela. Ukhuleke after you've done ukhuleka stay for like about 5 minutes. Listen to your inner soul. Try to do that meditation. Listen to that inner soul. If you feel like to ukhala ukhale. If you feel like you wanna scream, scream. If you feel like sadness, be sad. And then tell me which low July or low August loyo uyenza yonke lento leyo angeke azaphakame yini amachakra wakho ofuna ukuphakamisa. Njengoba lokho usitshela ukuthi sifaka ama-tight sihlale njengama China siphakamisa amachakra, whereas nje uvela ufaka isiphika sakho ukhanyisa amakhandla lapha. Izazi, they did that for you. They gave you candles for you to do that. They knew that you need that. That's why they gave you stands. That's why they introduced. That's why they told abogogo bakho that they should introduce candles emasontweni. That's why they told abogogo bakho the period the 3 candle stand, the 7 candle stand, the 14, the 12, the 18, the 44. That's why they gave them the period. Why you're supposed to pray. They knew that you need that. When you have this video on YouTube, you're supposed to just selling a tight, selling a child. Kahle wena. Nina nivele nithole nje nivele nithole ama-crystal ayithunyana ayi-3nyana ne-third eye wathwathi nibone kahle ukuthi yo ngiyi-psychic ngikude blind kabi. Kanti no babes, uyifanela nathi, unathi la, you are here. So nje wena nje into kumele uyenze ukuthi you must know what you need to do. Go and do that. Ubheke ukuthi la machakra wakho angakaza balance na angakaza align. And mayifika lento ithi khala. You know why? That is why mawukhuleka ngamakhandlela there's that moment where you feel like crying. It's because of when you pray with those candles, they are able to connect your chakras. But mawa connect amachakra wakho immediately mawafika la ku heart chakra. They find the heart chakra full of sorrow, emotions, anxiety, depression, old past memories that you have never forgave yourself for, and that you've never let them out, and all of that. The whole heart chakra, it's built up with hate, disappointment, sorrow, and all of that. So when the Kundalini energy hits the heart chakra, isithunya sakho siyaphakama bese siyakhala because of what you are feeling inside. We are feeling all of that because of what? Because la makhandlela khuleka ngawo, they are doing the job. So when it feels like cry, ukhiphe, forgive, let it all out. Allow the chakras to pass, the heart chakra to the throat chakra, to the Phakamian, Vugian. When I do wish to just selling a tight, I find a very better space. Kahle wena. Ngirentile irumeli one better space ngizoyithatha. No. Anyways, bye bye. Did I make justice? Did I do justice? Yeah, I'm hoping I did. I knew that it's one of those topics that you've maybe probably boqalukizwa ngam. Maybe probably you've heard about it before, but I just hope that I did justice. Why? Yeah. But I just hope that you loved it. And to everyone who's still going to watch it, I'm still hoping that you're going to learn more and more and more. I hope that you become awakened. I hope that you click the dots. You tend to understand how things they are. You know me, guys, ne? I'm not gloating. But I might be gifted in Estonia and I might be able to see. But one of the gifts, I think, it's to understand spiritual garments. Is to understand izambatho zikamoya. Mina uma ngafika kimufaka isambatho sakho, there's no need for me ukuthi ngihlole. Ukusibuka nje, I can tell what's happening empilo yakho. I can tell ukuthi uphethe ubani, I can tell ukuthi the story between that garment kwenzakalani. I can tell nanokuthi if uphiwa amadlozi ayi-2, ayi-3, ayi-4. I can tell ukuthi who is the owner of it. I can ungangibekela izambatho zakho la uzilandelanise zibo-5, zibo-6. I can tell ukuthi lesi nalesi they belong to the same person. Lesi, it belongs to gogo wakho kuphi. This one belongs to mkhulu wakho from the side. This one is foreign. You don't belong. This ancestor, you're not bloodline connected to it. I without me Nshamathambo, without me doing anything, I can tell from izambatho. I think maybe probably that's one of the gifts God gave me. But garments are simple for me. Garments are very, very, very simple for me. I think it's one thing I'm very good at. I might be good in Prophetic, but garments, oof, those are my ish. I might not be so much good when it comes to dream interpretation, but garments, child, listen, I'll do wonders for you. Bye-bye. Good night. Have a lovely day, have a lovely evening. One thing, now that I'm leaving, this is my last message to you. Ngenkathi uJesu Kristu ezebethelwe entabeni yaseCalvary, azange bavele bambethela nje kuphela. uJudas Iscariot uyena owambetreya ukuthi baze bakhona ukuyombethela entabeni yaseCalvary. AmaJuda wayengekaze ambambe uJesu ngendlela iBhayibheli li-explaina ngakhona. Lithi iBhayibheli ngendlela wayenamandla ngakhona, babethi mabefika babevele bawe mabebiza igama lakhe. But kwakudingeka someone owayewazi, obekazi ukuthi unuka kanjani. Bekudingeka someone obekazi ukuthi uhleka athini makahleka. Bekudingeka someone ukuthi uchazwa yini, umuntu bekazi ukuthi uchazwa yini. Bekudingeka someone bekazi ukuthi makakwatile ubanjani. Bekudingeka someone bekazi ukuthi makased makajabulile ubanjani. I always tell people ngithi uJudas Iscariot azange asetshenziswa uSathane. uNkulunkulu wasebenzisa uJudas Iscariot ukuthi abetray uJesus Christ kuze kubonakale amandla kaNkulunkulu ukuthi ungubani uyaphila. Because if wayengambethrayanga kwakungeke wayengeka zaye esiphambanweni, zazingeke zifelwe izono, kwakungeke kuze kufezeke lokho akumele kufezeke, lokho ayekuzela emhlabeni. So there had to be someone closer. So in order for intando kaNkulunkulu ukuthi ifezeke, in order for lesi sipho sakho ukuthi sikwazi ukuqhuma sisebenze, in order for ukuthi ube nalamandla, in order for you to find your true form, uyamdinga lo muntu ozokubetreya. Uyamdinga lo muntu ozokhuluma kabi. Uyamdinga lo sisi, uyamdinga lo cousin ozokhuluma kabi emndenini ugcine sobizwa ngomthakathi. Uyamdinga lo muntu ozokubiza ngomthakathi emsebenzini. Uyamdinga lo muntu ozokukhafulela uma undlule endleleni. In order for intando kaNkulunkulu ukuthi ifezeke, in order for lesi sipho sakho ukuthi sikwazi ukuziveza ukuthi singubani, uyamdinga uyamdinga lo muntu ozodlala ngawo ukuthi uyohlola kuyena akushonisa akusele. In order for you to find the right path, you need that. Uyamdinga. Makungakuthusi mabebiza ngomthakathi, makungakuphathi kabi mabebiza ngomthakathi, makungakuphathi kabi uma uyithola uzondwa ngabantu kodwa uma uthi uyayibheka awuyiboni into wrong oyenzile but abantu bayakuzonda. You need that in order for this light in you to shine. Remember what I've taught you. I've taught you for many times. In order for the light to shine, it needs to draw power from the darkness. Kwakumele ukhanye kaNkulunkulu kukhanye okwakuJesu Kristu. Kwakumele kuthatha amandla kuJudas Iscariot ebumnyameni. Stay blessed, stay night. God loves you. Amako.